Delius. Fred Delius. Strangely, he's always been one of my favourite composers. He was one of the most individual voices in this country in the first half of the 20th century. His music is a little uneven. Not all of his pieces are first class, in my view. But the one we're going to perform at this concert, Seadrift, is one of his masterpieces. And I've been waiting for years to find the right moment to do it in Manchester. It's a very beautiful work about loss, about bereavement. It's for a baritone soloist, a chorus and a large orchestra. And the words are by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman seems to have inspired an incredible amount of great English music. There was something about the strength of his language, the short lines, the apostrophizing, the one-syllable words, the simple, direct clarity of his language that suggests itself for music. The story of this poem concerns a young boy who watches the mating of two birds. We don't know what type of birds they are, we just know they're visitors from Alabama. The story takes place on the seashore on Long Island, a place that Walt Whitman knew well. And he watches as they sit on their nest, taking it in turns. And then one day, the she-bird does not return. And the bulk of the poem is concerned with the expression of the grief, the sense of loss that the male bird suffers as a result of the she-bird disappearing. It's never made clear. Perhaps she was killed, perhaps she went off. The words for the chorus, interestingly and very originally, are very often the words that the birds themselves might have said to each other, or that the male bird in his loneliness might have said to himself. And the baritone mostly describes the events, describes the feeling of loss. This whole tragic story is framed by music that suggests the gentle swell of the ocean. But it's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful weather, the landscape is serene, until this tragedy undermines it. And I think that Delius must have been very moved by the potential in this poem for music, because it reaches heights of great emotional intensity, and as a musical expression of bereavement, of loss, of desertion, of loneliness, solitary. It's really wonderful. I hope we could do it more than once. It's a work that needs to be repeatedly done, repeatedly heard.